was disabled. So
Oh.
I don't know what that means, but all right. So it looks like right now it's just you and me. So I will start. Were you able to listen to the Sunday call?
It was a recorded video or audio, right? And it was about
Yes.
what season or what focus we wanted for kind of the holiday time.
Yeah. And then so have you figured out a season? Have you thought about that, or kind of where you are?
Yeah, I think what is going to be helpful for me right now is to focus on mindfulness and experiencing the good parts and then the bad parts, which a good or not a good coping strategy, but a familiar coping strategy for me is just to eat some sugar or something that tastes good because that'll make me feel better right away.
Yeah, that seems to be everybody's fallback. I know it's mine.
It's very convenient to do when there's Christmas cookies everywhere and festive drinks and like, oh, it's the holidays. I should be happy. I'm not happy. I should eat.
Yes. Okay. And I know, hi Natika. I I know, Nancy, for you, you were saying that you're not super focused on weight loss right now. So I think after, talking to you at least a couple of times, I think mindfulness is good. Especially since we're just getting you started and, focusing on building plates. So I think that's a solid approach. Natika, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Go ahead, Nancy. I'm sorry.
No, I was just agreeing.
Okay. Natika, were you able to listen to the Sunday call?
No, I haven't listened to it yet.
Okay. So it's a super good listen. Hold on, please. So it's a super good listen. Basically, it's kind of the small synopsis is figuring out what season you are in currently. If you're in a maintenance season, if you're in a weight loss season, or like Nancy and I were just talking about, kind of just being mindful and kind of not necessarily fitting into a season, and then figuring out how we can approach the holidays to make sure that you're enjoying the holidays and not stressing, but also not straying too far from your habits.
Okay.
So who's your coach?
Molly's my coach, but I don't know what I'm in right now. I'm in a reverse diet, so I would like to be in a weight loss season, but I am not.
Okay. And your work, is Molly doing your metabolism, or is that Tabby?
Molly.
Molly. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What have you noticed with your reverse?
My workouts feel better.
Mm-hmm.
My initial fear was that it would make me gain a whole lot of weight. It hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I am eating a lot more food, even though I'm still under
the crazy, right?
Number that she thinks I should be at. I've never actually, I can't believe that I'm eating this much food at one time. It's amazing, overwhelming, surprising,
mm-hmm.
and that my body actually needs it, wants it, is starting to enjoy it.
Yeah. When I first started with Fitme, I was under eating and my body was so I don't know if you were here when Caitlin was a coach.
No.
Yeah, so she was my coach, and then she basically called it panic mode. My body, I wasn't giving it enough. So it was holding on to every bit of fat that it could hold on to because I wasn't giving
Yeah.
it enough of what it needed. And so I was eating so much food just to hit my carb number. I was just sitting at my desk eating pieces of bread, like just 3 slices of plain bread a day. And my coworkers, because there is a huge stigma about carbs and weight loss, they're like, I thought you were supposed to be losing weight. And I was like, here I am, and the scales just dropping.
Yeah, that's exact.
So
I know the feeling exactly. It's like
yeah,
a cup and a half of rice. What?
yeah. And you're like, I'm used to a quarter cup or a third or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I would honestly consider that it would be in my head like a maintenance and or a rebuild, right? Like your weight is maintaining, but you're rebuilding what your body needs. And then, I'm sure Molly told you, but once you get to that point and you're kind of there for a while, then you'll slowly start to drop again and you'll get
Yeah,
into that weight loss season.
feels like I'm gonna be here forever.
It does. It does. And I mean, it could be a while, but if you're not gaining weight, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I know it's stressful because, you're so used to hearing don't eat if you want to lose weight, and that's
Yeah,
the opposite of what it should be.
yeah.
So, so with that being said, how are you approaching the holiday season? Do you have any plans that you know of? Do you have
I have been partying and enjoying the moments. So
okay.
I actually was just talking to Molly about how I need to slow it down because you know how you're supposed to pick the ones the events you're going to attend. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't said no to any event. I have attended every single, and this is year 2 for me in Fitme, but the previous years it felt easier, probably because of COVID,
Mm-hmm.
to
To
not
say no.
do all the things. Whereas
Yep.
this year, I think I've been to 5 events so far for this holiday season, and it's ridiculous. And I have eaten like it was the only event that I was going to attend for the season for every single one. So what it does is it causes a whole bunch of inflammation, and you could
Mm-hmm.
see the scale go up 5 pounds. It always comes back down, but it's like, dang it,
Yep.
was it worth it?
Okay. So you could do, I don't know if you remember, Coach Lauren would have um, a blank calendar, and
Mm-hmm.
she would look ahead and figure out, what were the important ones that she knew she wanted to kind of go a little crazy with food wise. Um, Not to say you can't attend every party, but just maybe don't go so crazy on every
Yeah,
food. Um, so that could be an idea, but I know it gets crazy. And do you work? Do you go into work?
I go into the office a couple of days a week. So today I go
Okay.
in, which is why I was late for the call because I fell asleep on the couch. And I
Hey.
woke up and I'm like, shit, it's 8:36.
No, you're fine. I was trying to get Zoom sorted.
But I
Yeah,
think
so
what I was planning to do is come up with actually what I did do since I have indulged already was to come up with my non-negotiables on
mhm.
those days. So instead of not eating for the entire day, so that I'm building up this whole big thing of calories that I can eat at one setting. I'm eating my Fit Me breakfast. I'm trying to get my water in. I'm going for at least a walk so that I can try to hit my steps so that the whole day isn't just doing overly indulgent. I'm hitting some of the things that I like to hit.
Yeah, and it is super important that on big days like that you do have solid breakfast and lunch, and they can
Mhm.
be smaller versions of what you typically eat, but you do want to make sure that you're eating because like you said, you have this huge calorie window if you skip meals and then you're
Yep.
just going crazy, and that's typically when your sugar cravings hit, and
Mhm.
then it's just like cupcakes, cakes, cookies, all of
Yep.
the things that we like, but we don't want to eat all of them.
Yep. Totally.
So, no, that's a
Totally.
good plan. I like that a lot. So you said water, a walk, and one
I-
to two plates before.
Yeah.
Okay, that's solid. I like it. And Nancy, when are you and your daughter going on your overnight?
We did that last week.
Oh, how did that go?
It was all right. My in-laws didn't come, which was surprisingly disappointing, but we
Yeah.
ate. There's a chain restaurant here called Crisp and Green, and it's like really fancy hipster salads. So we got that for
Okay.
dinner. And it was good. It was a treat because it cost about 3 times what McDonald's costs. But we did that, and
Did you get your hotel breakfast?
I did, and it was even kind of catering to business travelers, so they had healthy options, and I had a egg white and vegetable omelet that someone else cooked for me, which was pretty cool.
Hey, anytime somebody else cooks for me, I'm here for.
Yeah, it was a fun trip.
So good. And you said that's about how far from you? Hour and a half?
It's only 40 minutes.
Okay. Oh, your in-laws live like an hour and a half,
Yeah,
right?
in-laws are
Okay.
further away.
Okay. So do you know of any, I can't remember if I asked you this before Natika came on. Do you have any Christmas plans, any plans at work, any holiday parties?
Yeah, we did our holiday gathering at work actually right before I went to the Arboretum. I had to leave early, but that was okay. Didn't have to
Okay.
sit around with all the treats either. And then really, I've got one potluck, which I could probably be decent for, and then my family's will be in town for Christmas Eve, Christmas, hanging around, but I don't think there'll be too many treats there. We do a pretty good job of providing a balanced meal.
Good.
The challenge will be if there's treats and snacks and like cookie trays around, and not just
Mm-hmm.
snacking cookie trays all the time. So maybe I should bring a veggie tray or something just to have options. A
Yeah,
couple
and
different dips and hummus varieties could be interesting to try.
yeah, we have there's one or two members who no matter what event they go to, they will bring a veggie tray so they know that they have something to snack on. But it is a healthier option. And hummus is a great source of fat. Um, and the roasted red pepper is incredible.
That's the best. Yep, that's my favorite. And it's festive, right?
Yes, it's red, it counts.
And it's yummy.
It's delicious. My little nephew, my best friend's son, would eat garlic hummus just with a spoon. And I'm like, sir, you're 3. This isn't how this should be going.
Wow.
Ugh. So let me check Marlena's text to make sure that so she enjoying moments with family and then using the extra calories as fuel to level up workouts. So it's kind of like you'll hear athletes like carb load the week before an event or a race or something. I was loving last week because my carbs jumped up like almost 100 each day. It was a great time in my life. So Natika, I know you go to CrossFit Merit here. Did you do the 5K after Thanksgiving?
I did not.
Okay. Do they do anything around Christmas or no?
They probably do, but I don't do it with them.
That's fair. That's fair.
They
Do
do
you go
outs
ahead?
and stuff like that in honor of these types of
Like the 12 days of Christmas?
yes.
Okay.
It'll be something
And
like that. And I don't like
okay.
surprises. I want to know in advance. I don't want to get in there and it's some random luck of the draw and it ends up being 150 burpees. So
Ooh.
No, I get it. I'm the person who would wait until 8 o'clock the night before to see, because they would always post it on Facebook. And
yeah,
then I would decide if I was going or not, or if I was just gonna go like for a run or something, because
yeah,
no, thank you.
pretty much me. And so for those, they don't post it. And so it's like, I'm out.
Yep, I'll see you on a regular Monday. Thank you.
Where I look at the workout Sunday night.
Yes. Um, so just keep that in mind, whatever you guys do as far as workouts, in the coming weeks. You are going to have, I mean, I'm of the mind that the holidays, you're going to have an influx of food, just
Yep.
it's going to happen. So it's up to you how you choose to delegate that food. Obviously, we want to guide you towards better options, but even the better options are more calories, so you're still going to be increasing those calories, and that is the
Mhm.
perfect fuel for heavier workouts. Like Natika, if you wanted to test your 1 reps, or you wanted to, do something a little more high intensity,
Yeah.
that's the perfect time to do it, because your body is going to have all of that extra fuel.
That's
Um, and then Nancy, I think you said that you lift some weights at home, right? Or do you kind
Yeah,
of?
I have done it in the past. I got a funky hip that I've been going to physical therapy for, so I'm not doing maybe about 50% of my typical workout intensity
Okay.
and volume.
Are you
So
doing the
unfortunately, I
elliptical?
can't. Yeah, I if I need steps, I do the
Okay.
elliptical.
So, I mean, that might, the extra food might help you there too. Like, you might be able to do a little bit of a longer distance on the elliptical because you have that fuel. So, just something to think about. Um, and again, just being mindful of what you guys are eating. And I say you guys, not just you two, but anybody who listens to this afterwards. Don't be scared or nervous if you show up to a potluck and you bring your own food. If you don't know what they're having, I can't tell you. When before my wedding, my husband and we went down to North Carolina, and I was counting macros, and North Carolina is the land of the fried food, and nobody ate in any sense of healthy. There was no rhyme or reason. It was just fried food, fatty food. I packed a cooler and I had my meals planned. Everything was there. I would take a food scale with me. Um, so don't be afraid to pack stuff, so that that you have options, and you're feeling good about what you're eating, and find a water bottle that you like so that you're getting your water in, and do what you have to do to make sure that your goals are being accomplished. And even if they're not being accomplished, that you're not straying too far off the beaten path, that you're feeling like you messed everything up. So
yeah, that makes sense.
do you guys have anything for me? We have a few more minutes.
I don't have anything That's a good idea about maybe doing some more intense workouts on those days.
Yeah. Like anything that you've been putting off because you're like, no, that sounds awful. It might be the right time to try it.
Mm-hmm.
Make Nicole go with you.
She is a mess. We have a good time when we go in the gym, but we definitely don't work out our hardest.
That's
When-
fair.
when we're
That's fair.
together.
Okay. Nancy, do you have anything for me?
No, I'm just curious. Is there typically a different focus after the holidays? Should something to look forward to. I
Yeah.
like to plan in advance.
Oh yeah. So typically Christy will gear, in the month like between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And probably not even the next few weeks. She really likes to give this reminder at the beginning because there are so many pop-up parties and sometimes it is hard to say no. So she just likes to put that reminder out. If you go to the YouTube, there's a YouTube channel and I can text you the link. All of the calls get uploaded. So you can watch replays from previous calls. But no, Marlena's great. She's great and she does these typically. But they have a different focus every week and not all of them are about the holidays. So I think that it'll be good. Okay. All right. Well, you're welcome. I hope you guys have a great night and I will talk to you later.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, guys.